Let's watch this video.
You're getting.
So POV confronting your cheating wife on your divorce, and she threatens that she is gonna get everything. Fellas, I keep telling you, these women do not give a shit about you. They want the lifestyle, not you. The good thing that this guy recorded this.
I promise you that.
So I'm the one who gets cheated on, and then you're the one who gains everything.
It doesn't matter, and it's just your word against mine. Like, of course they're gonna believe the woman.
Well, I mean, of course they're going to believe the women. Like, this system is so biased towards you women. So, no, I'm going to be fucking lawyering up, and at best, you're going to get just half.
I don't even need to get a lawyer. I'm honestly gonna get everything, and you're just gonna end up living in your mom's basement suite for the rest of your life. And
what a spiteful woman. All hath no fury like a woman.
Bob and Rachel.
These women don't give a shit about you guys. And I don't know how many times we got to tell y'all. There's so much information out there that tells you these hoes ain't loyal and they only want the lifestyle, not you. They're only getting married. They're only getting married because you are making their life better. When things get tough, whenever they get bored with you, they're going to bang somebody else and start planning their exit. Marriage brings no benefit to a man's life. You guys got to wake up, okay? Marriage brings no benefit to a man's life. Husband found out his wife was entitled to half his 401k. No shit. That's what happens when you get married.
Married for 20 years. Problem is they've been separated for 15 years. That's right. After just 5 years of marriage, they separated. Never lived together again. Never lived.
After 5 years, she's entitled to that. 5
husband and wife
years.
Again. They went on with their lives. They started dating other people, living in separate residences, separate apartments, buying stuff, cars, things like that. But they never got divorced, never filed for divorce until 20 years later. And here's the big
Okay, he a dumbass. I don't know why he didn't. What?
problem is at the time they separated, Bob had a good job with a big company. He was making good money. Well, 15 years later, when they finally filed for divorce, he had a better job with the same
Bob is a dumbass, and he deserved
He'd
this
been
one.
accumulating a 401k, been contributing to it year after year, lots of money. Now it's worth about $300,000. And guess what? That's marital property. The court's going to look at all the property that was generated or accumulated from the time of the marriage to the time of the divorce. And that's going to be marital property. In this case, all that money Bob had been contributing to that 401k, even though they'd been separated, is still going to be marital property. And Rachel's going to be entitled to half of that. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
For those of you who don't know me, who are new followers, about 2 years ago, I got divorced. And my ex-wife took everything from me. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. I'm down to basically my clothes. She took everything. Everything that I bought, everything that we bought together, the house, the dogs, you name it. She took everything in the divorce. And she even created false allegations, so I've been dealing with legal issues for the last year and a half. And I'm currently basically homeless. I live in a motel.
I tell you guys all the time, when men go through a divorce, they are homeless. They got to start their life over from ground zero because they have no money. The child support, alimony, all those bills adding up. A lot of these guys end up being homeless, and you guys still want to take a chance on a woman, putting all your faith into this woman, thinking that she ain't gonna switch up on you. Women switch up after you guys get married. I'm telling you. This guy is living in a motel. This is messed up.
I can't work. I'm basically on house arrest until I figure out my legal issues and I can actually, hopefully, move back to Kentucky to be with my family so I can be in a more stable environment around people I love. I haven't seen my family in about 3 years. And throughout this entire time, it's been really hard for me to work because of the mental health, because of the legal issues. I haven't been as stable as I might seem on camera. It's been pretty.
And getting married is not worth messing up your mental health. That's what I would say too. Getting married, you got to think about, okay, do I really want to marry this woman? Because my mental health is really going to be messed up because 9 out of 10, these guys marry the wrong women. They don't vet them properly. But I don't know this guy's situation. I'm not here to talk bad about him, but I feel for him, man. The fact that you're homeless, that's tough, you know?
Rough on me. But I've overcome a lot of things. And the whole reason I'm making this video is to tell you, if there's content that you want to post, if there's things that you want to do on social media, do it. And this is why. I started this journey about 6 months ago. I built my TikTok to over 21,000 people. I now, because of social media, am able to make enough money to keep a roof over my head and food in the fridge. It's not a lot of money. It's not the $150,000 I was making before my divorce, but it's enough to keep a roof over my head and food in the fridge, which is what is important. So if you're worried about what people are going to say, if you're worried about making content, I'm telling you to not care, to just do it. Because I didn't make content. I didn't know how to do this. All I knew is that I wanted to tell my story and I wanted to help people. And I've been able to create a small stream of income that is keeping me afloat through social media. So if you're wondering that if I should start posting, should I start selling things on TikTok? Should I start doing this? Just fucking do it. I had no idea what I was doing when I started doing this, but I just did it. And now it's starting to pay off 6-7 months later. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to keep me afloat. So I want you guys, if you're thinking about starting, just start. Turn the camera on and just start talking, because you never know what could happen. I didn't know that I was going to be able to make money off of this, but I am. And I'm very grateful I started this journey. And I hope you guys decide.
Shout out to this dude, man. I love seeing stuff like this, man. I'm glad that he was able to make some income off of this. This guy was making $150,000 before his divorce and had to start his life all over again from nothing. I'm happy for this dude, man. I'm glad he was able to make some good income from this. Some decent income, you know?
Michaela figured out a way to keep her husband from being able to hire an attorney to represent him in the divorce. Here's what she did. She'd been planning this divorce for a while, and about 6 months from filing, she started calling all of the divorce attorneys in the town they were from. There were about 6 of them. She called each and every one, made appointments, went in to see each and every one of those attorneys at different times, gave them all confidential information, talked about her case, talked about all the problems in the marriage, and then left and said, I'll give you a call back if I want to hire you. Well, she called one of them back and hired him. And when she did, they filed for divorce, and husband got served. And when he got served, he started calling all the attorneys to get appointments to come in and talk to him. Well, when those attorneys ran a conflicts check, they realized that they had spoken to his soon-to-be ex-wife and gotten all kinds of confidential information from.
The wife was playing chess while the husband was playing checkers. And this woman was very strategic. But a lot of women, man, they're on survival mode. And this woman planned this out. She knew she married a sucker, and she was 10 steps ahead of this dude.
Her, and that precluded them from being able to represent him. It created a conflict of interest. The husband had to go to another town about 100 miles away, hire an attorney in that town, and that attorney had to come into the town they were from and represent the husband. That's the only way you could get an attorney. That was pretty slick on her part. What do you think about that?
She was playing chess. He was playing checkers. Guys, do not get married. I'd say this time and time again. Do not get married. All this information is out there, man. Do not risk your mental health, assets, and wealth on a woman, all right? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, all right? I'll holla at y'all. Peace.